LambdaGeneration.
Hello, epic gamers! Welcome to a brand new episode of All Things Lambda. Damn, I feel like these intros are getting more and more awkward as the show goes along. So let's let the screen dip to black as we start the show. Dark Interval is back in the news, this time with a pretty sizable update. In this update, we get to see some of the wasteland levels being all pretty and cute. They also have a demo video from the scrapyard level where they show some very cool Zen vegetation and some Combine and Alien combat. They also show the Hound Eyes in action and various interaction with the Zen vegetation. Apart from that, they show us some models that have been finished. Now, here in the Sketchfab player, they obviously look better than how they would look in Source, but these models surely are pretty great. If you want to know more about this media update, I advise you to go and have a look at their ModDB page. I've linked it in the description. So, apparently Marc Laidlaw has re-entered the gaming industry briefly to work on something. It's not the story for a game though, no. He is voice acting for one. His voice acting role is for a game called Ectolibrium, and he voices a character called Eld. Here, take a listen.
Membranes wear thin, the cotyledon stirs.
So I don't know about you, but I think that sounds really awesome.
Laidlaw is volunteering to do this, which is pretty amazing. I didn't even know he could voice act like this. Ectolibrium is a 2.5D platforming game developed by Void Calls, and according to their IndieDB page, which is linked in the description, it's supposed to come out at the tail end of this month. The time has finally come. Missing Information was finally able to put up their very own Steam page on the Steam store after battling what seemed to be a weirdness coming from Valve, presumably because the mod uses beta concepts from Half-Life 2. The release date for the mod is currently set for April 2nd. The release will be version 1.6 and they're aiming to have most bugs ironed out. They will also update the engine version to Source SDK 2013. After the release of the mod, they have said to try to include Steam Workshop support so people can make their own maps and upload them for everyone to play. Now, I've put a link in the description for their ModDB update post and their shiny new Steam page. Quarter Fraction is back, and it has another update in store for us. Quarter Fraction is a top-down Half-Life themed RPG that is currently in development by Feronor. In this update video, Feronor tells us what has been added and changed since the last time we saw the game. The AI has been improved to hear more than just gunshots. Now you have the actual ability to crouch and attack the enemy in the back for a stealth kill. Combines now also have the ability to talk with recorded dialogue. He is planning to implement a friendly NPC speech system as well. Apart from that, long-ranged weapons have received an update where you can control the camera slightly to improve your aim and range. This makes the ranged weapons a lot more useful to use. The game's UI has also received an update to make certain menus full screen and to generally tweak the appearance. The options menu, for example, is a window now, just like in Half-Life 2, and the Steam version of Half-Life 1.
One menu is the only menu for me.
This is just a sum up of all the things that have been added to the game. More information can be found in the update video uploaded to Feronor's YouTube channel. I've linked it in the description. We had Spyro in Half-Life a while back, but you know what we haven't had yet? A kart racer. In the Gold Source engine? And yes, as crazy as that sounds, it's actually being made right as we speak. Now, there isn't a whole lot to show yet, just some images of some nifty looking cards, and a file cabinet that's inside one of them for some reason. Despite that, it sounds like it could be a really fun experience, and I would definitely challenge my friends to a solid game of Gold Source KART if they would finally buy Half-Life, which they constantly refuse to do. Freaking barbaric. This mod is being developed by Sockman, who has worked on Half-Life 2 Classic before this. Seventh Choice, Magic Nipples, Berg, and Perspective are also working on it. You may know Magic Nipples Man from Half-Life Year of the Dragon, the Spyro mod I so keenly talk about with my friends to convince them to buy Half-Life. It's not known yet when the mod will come out, but they have a ModDB and a Twitter page, which are linked in the description. Improving Half-Life 2 seems to be a trend lately. Half-Life 2 update was released a while ago and added improved lighting and effects to the game, but Half-Life 2 Plus is aiming to do just a little bit more than that. Half-Life 2 Plus aims to improve the overall graphics of the game without destroying the feel of it. It brings stuff like a revamped HUD to the mix, as well as a suitless mode where you can play the entire game, well, without a HEV suit. It also brings new and improved zombies to the game, courtesy of Saber AN, and the shaders used in Estranged Act 1 are also ported over. They have some preview images on their ModDB page that you can look at while we are waiting on any release information. I've linked it in the description. LEONELC has been busy restoring all the Half-Life NPCs and revamping their textures to look a lot more high definition. So as you can see in these images, the textures look substantially better than the original. LEONELC has used a trick called neural upscaling to increase the texture resolution. I've tried to look up how that works, but it's more difficult to find than I thought. Anyway, the work looks pretty impressive and you can now see most of the detail that the artists intended for the creature to have. I've put a link in the description to LEONELC's Twitter page. He tweets about it quite often. And that was episode 28 of All Things Lambda. I can go back to eating Reese's Pieces now. Do you like Half-Life stuff? Follow us on our other social medias, they're on screen right now. We have a Discord too, which you can join to resume the conversation. Follow me on Twitter too, it's @FarLumi. I post fun stuff on there as well as production updates. We can even interact on there. Don't forget to subscribe and to ring that bell icon to never miss another episode of All Things Lambda. See you next time, Gabers! Okay, I'll stop. Bye!